Ready. All right. Hello, girls. Okay, so this is my first Zoom call to lead of my first Zoom call for Young Living. So I actually have notes because, well, maybe once I do this a couple hundred times, I won't need them. My name is Jen. I live in Florida. I have 3 kids and a brand new teeny tiny preemie grandbaby girl. And I am super excited to get to hang out with you all tonight and just share a little bit about Ruby Ribbon, Young Living. And 2 of my friends are going to help me. Thank goodness. My journey actually started with losing some weight. I started paying attention to ingredients. I started paying attention to the food dyes that were in foods, listening to the news, and then it was the expectation of the grandbaby. It's like a whole new phase of life for me. And I don't know if there's any other grandmas or nanas or mimis in the audience, but at least I call myself Mimi for right now, until she comes up with her own name. But I wanted my home to be safe and toxic free and chemical free, and everything bad has to leave and everything good has to come in. And so a friend recommended Young Living to me. And once I learned and saw what I saw, I couldn't unsee it. So now I'm ready to, work in this phase of life. And my first phase was actually about ditching
I'm done.
Glade plugins.
I'm
I
done.
wanted to ditch the plugins because I knew those were bad. I knew they
This
had
is
hormone
why.
disruptors and all the bad things. And so, um, Young Living was what started this. And they have been around for 31 years. When I heard Young Living, I was like, oh, those are those, crazy oil people. Well, those darn crazy old people are right. And the more I've read and learned, they know what they're doing and they know what they're talking about. And what's super cool is they have what they call seed to seal. It is the quality of their oils. And all of their products have oils infused in them. So they have an unmatched commitment to producing the most pure, unadulterated oil with the highest level of what they call beneficial constituents. Those are words I'm not used to using. And what that just means is they want to get the plant to the primest part. They want the seed in the soil and it to grow to be the exact point that it should be harvested, distilled, and bottled. And their devotion and passion to getting that therapeutic grade, which is very different than some of the stuff you can buy over the counter. I know there's a lot of oil companies out there, but they don't all do the benefits that an oil actually can do. Not just about diffusing, but some of the actual properties that oils have. So they have invested in their own farms. They're the only oil company that has their own farms. You can even go visit them in person, and I have. They're amazing. They have decades long relationships with their partner farms that are in other countries because we want to get our products, the plants grown in the exact climate that it needs to be in. We can't grow everything in the United States. And they have decades old relationships with their seed to seal partners. So they have their own plants, their trees, their shrubs, their bushes, and they are harvesting them and distilling them. And then, of course, we have third party testing, which is great. But guess what? We go beyond that. They have 20 different tests that they do in triplicate to make sure that what they are bottling is the best it can be before it arrives to your doorstep. So there is no other company that has the ability to do what Young Living does. It is unreal. And that is why the oils work. And that is also why it's such a special company to be a part of. So I started Young Living with a starter bundle. This is my bundle. I actually had to put it back together to show you. But it comes in this box, and the starter bundles are the best value, is what I like to say. You're going to get the most stuff for the best price. So this bundle is called the premium bundle, and it has 12 oils in it. So I'm just going to take this out. So there's 10 on top, and then there's like a little secret compartment to more oils, more samples. So make sure if you get one of these, you don't forget the bottom part because there's more stuff under there. Um, And just to go over a few of these, because these are their top sellers. So if you're new to oils, this is where you want to start. Get the top sellers. Some of my favorites that I have had to use. One is called Digize. And that is one that if you have trouble going number two, whether it's too much or not enough, you can put that on your belly and it relieves the pressure. And for me, in 10 minutes, things are solved. They're all of these white ones you can actually put in your body, so you can inject, consume them. You can put them in your water. You of course can put them on your body, but you can also put them in your water or do anything like that. People cook with them. They bake with them. Of course, lemon is a big one. Peppermint oil is actually one of those oils that you can like relieve tension with. So if your head is throbbing, I put it across my forehead. I put a little on my temples, and you can even put one drop on your finger and put it to the roof of your mouth. It's fabulous. And then you don't have to pop a pill. I love Stress Away. Stress Away says it all. If you're stressed, whether at work or with kids or traveling or whatever, you can wear this. You can put it on your wrist. You can also put a drop in your hand and just rub it and then breathe it. Just breathe it in. Just take a moment to yourself and it will just calm you down. Frankincense is also a really great one for my age bracket. If you're gonna put your moisturizer on your hand, you can drop a drop of frankincense on there, rub it, and then put it on your skin. Does has amazing properties for skin and wrinkles. And one of my friends is going to touch on two of my other favorites, so I don't want to take that from her. So those are just some of the oils. So I want Carol to share about one of her favorite products with Yo Living.
Okay, I am so happy to do that. So, hi, I'm Carol, and I am just going to have real talk with you for just a quick minute, maybe a little bit of TMI. But at my age, okay, there's some things that I've been dealing with, and maybe some of you will relate to this as well. Um, some of the things are brain fog, irregular sleep, not sleeping through the night consistently, um, even low energy. And then there's just a few other things, but you name it. I was just kind of just lumping this all together and just chalking it up to age, stress, and maybe not eating perfectly. I mean, who eats perfectly, right? And then I thought that was the end of the story, and that's just something I'm going to have to deal with. But recently I learned, and this was a big surprise to me, that it's not just about age, it's not just about stress, it's not just about our diet. Um, Insulin, and this is a word we all know, right? But I don't know, I never really applied it to me. I'm like, I'm not diabetic, I'm not pre-diabetic. So I wasn't really paying attention to insulin. But what I've recently learned is that insulin, that blood sugar hormone, is a major player in how all of our other hormones work together. And I'm talking about cortisol, estrogen, progesterone. And if our insulin is out of whack, it throws our whole system off. And then all of those things like poor sleep, the high stress, the blood sugar chaos, all of it just spikes and gets out of control, and it starts this domino effect. So the good news is there is a solution. And the solution is that we want to keep our insulin balanced. But then again, I'm going to come back with, yeah, but how do we do that? That sounds like there's going to be a whole lot of learning and things that I would have to do to keep it balanced. But it's something that we want to do because when our insulin levels are balanced, it helps to calm all of those stress hormones, which I've learned that cortisol stress hormone, not only is it bad if it's high, but it's bad if it's too low as well. Um, and then we just have this roller coaster that's usually associated around menopause, like perimenopause, which is before menopause, and that can last up to 10 years, and then menopause, and then postmenopause, which is the stage I'm in. And so that is why I was really excited to learn at our Young Living convention back in July about this little drink called the Daily Hormone Essentials drink. And it's basically just a daily powerhouse. It's made from plants, herbs, and essential oils. There's no hormones in it, there's no sugar in it, there's no junk in it. It's just something that is going to help us keep our hormones balanced and that insulin level balanced, right? It has magnesium in it to help us sleep better. It has a blend of essential oils in there that's good for mood and overall wellness. And all in one, it's just really a yummy, easy to sip drink packet. And I feel like it's a little bit like a cheat, but in a good way, because we all want to do better, right? Um, but we always don't have the time to do better. And, it's important for us to make good choices, but it's kind of nice to have this backup support all in one here. And I know for me, I'm on week 3 with this, and I already have improved sleep, less brain fog. I feel like I have more energy. And this one's going to be a little bit TMI, but at my age, I get peach fuzz. Like, and then I have to get a razor out and do the whole thing, probably about once every 5 days, I'm guessing. And I was back from convention for probably 2 weeks. And I told one of my friends this. I was like, oh, you better check your face. And I did. And I'm like, I expected it to be a lot worse. What's up with that? And I'm like, could it be this? Since it's balancing my hormones, could I already have that effect? So I was like Googling it a little bit, and it could be. And so I can't say definitively that it is going to it's not going to take your peach fuzz away, but it definitely has slowed the growth of mine down. So that was just like an extra little bonus for me. But I real quick want to just tell you some of the other things that it does support so that you know. And I'm going to read just to make sure I get it right. So it balances our cortisol levels, which we're learning that will help with our stress overload. It helps with the metabolism of our insulin levels, so less blood sugar chaos. It gives us restful sleep. That's super important. I feel like it's almost one of the most important things. It gives us emotional stability and mood balance. Always a good thing. Relief from hot flashes, night sweats, and fatigue. Helps with brain fog. It gives and supports a healthy libido and reproductive wellness. It supports natural detox pathways for excess estrogen. And I didn't know until we listened to Dr. Didi at convention how important it is. I mean, we all know that, as Jen mentioned with the digest, we need things to be, moving through, but I never thought about it's a natural detox pathway and that there's sometimes our excess estrogen and toxins that need to go out. So this supports that as well. And it also has daily adrenal and nervous system support. So I think you guys all know, but maybe not. When it came out, it sold out, I think, in like 4 hours, and it was like a 3 month supply. So it is coming back really soon, like in a week or two. So if you are listening to this call and this is speaking to you, definitely talk to the person that invited you and get on her wait list for the daily hormone essentials so that as soon as it comes back, you can grab that. And, it's just encouraging that we just don't have to survive these different seasons of life. We get to thrive in them, and we now have a new secret weapon. So I'm going to pass it over to my friend Liz and highlight her. I mean, she shows as Olivia on here, but
It's fine.
it's Liz.
Y'all know who I am. Well, I wanted to share with y'all about some the things that I've learned about the products that we've got to help with sleep. Because if you're like me, I work a full-time job. I've got it's not really high stress, but I run an office anyway, bunch of men, enough said. And so when I get home and I get ready for bed, I lay in the bed and I toss and turn. Or when I do go to sleep, I wake up at like 1 o'clock, can't go back to sleep because this is going. My mind is racing, 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 thinking about everything. So when we got this, and I got the kit that Jim was talking about because it had everything in it, or the best selling stuff, because I didn't know what to get. I'm new to this, so I listened to a few videos, and I thought, well, I'm going to try something to help my sleep to see if that'll help. So first of all, I get the lavender, like lavender, and that's supposed to help with sleep. So I did that, put it in the diffuser. You put it in the diffuser for like 20 minutes before you go to bed, so your room's full of it, I guess. I guess that's the reason. And that worked great. And I felt great. But then I found the peace and calming, and I added that to it later. What this does is help you sleep. What this does, it cuts off the noise. It helps you to calm down, to stress, I guess is what you'd say. But the combo of those are amazing. And it's not like you're taking anything, internally, so you don't have that hangover or whatever from Mary. Ew, peace and calm, or peace and calming is what that is. But you don't have like that hangover like from taking something. You know what I'm talking about. So you don't have any of that. It's just a soothing, calming, and the noise from the diffuser. If you have it in your bedroom, I love it. It's just real calming too. Anyway, I have it right by my bed. Anyway, it's the best sleep I've had in a long time. I'll just tell you that because I'm in that stage too where it's post-menopause. But there's other things that you can do. You can put this on the bottom of your feet and kind of rub it in. You can put it on your pillowcase. Put it in a spray bottle, but you have to dilute it, and you can spray it on your sheets or whatever. But it just kind of calms everything down. It makes your mind just kind of, you're not as stressed out. I was trying to see what all it said. I made notes too because I can't remember anything. But it's called, it helps you get restorative sleep, which is my husband will tell you. He is a person that goes by this religiously. He goes to bed at 8 o'clock, and you have to have 8 hours sleep. And so when he's home, he travels. When he's home, I do that. But when he's not, I don't always do that. I like to stay up late. But when I use this, I get that great sleep, just calming, and you just have a better day the next day. So that was a great product that I found that I love. There's so many in that kit that I love. Just like Jen said, I have a grandbaby, and well, he's not a baby, but anyway, and you want to make things, healthier for them. So it's a great offer that they've got. Um, Jen, you want to tell them how to save money on that kit?
Yeah. And I never even said you get a diffuser. This
Oh
is
yeah.
the diffuser in my bathroom. There, she has hers out. You get a diffuser with the kit. So literally, you have everything you need. So we do have some great perks and programs. One that you got to know about is called loyalty rewards. It is the best way to start trying things slowly and staying on a budget. That's what I like to say because you're going to get on this site and want everything. Literally, you're going to want everything. Um, so when you're on loyalty rewards, you can earn 10% back in product credit from your first through third months of ordering. After your 3 months, months 4 to 24, you actually earn 20% back. When I heard that, I was like, well, Target only gives me 5. Like, this is already way better. And then you can change, of course, every month what you get, which you're going to want to do because first you might want to get one of those starter bundles. And then the next month, you might want to get toothpaste or deodorant. We have amazing skincare, like these collagen peptides that don't have retinol in them. We have a great facial scrub. Their number one selling product outside of oils, Ningxia Red. And you're going to be able to taste samples of that in your bundle. This thing, amazing. It's energy without caffeine. So there's so many great things. You're going to very easily be able to switch it out and try something different. It's going to arrive at your door every month. You get the loyalty points as long as your order is 50 points or higher. You just turn it on at checkout. And then you also get free gifts. So when I heard I'm getting product credit and gifts, that's just crazy. The second month in your box, you're going to get a new diffuser. So now you can have one in your bedroom, one in your office, or one in your kitchen, one in your bathroom. Trust me, you're going to want like 4 or 5. So you can get a free one. Take it. And then every month they come out with, for the loyalty girls and boys, they come out with their gifts with purchase. So if you're on loyalty, you can actually grab the free gifts with purchase at 100 points, 200, or 300. And my friend, when you get to 300, you get all three. 200, you get the first two. So it's not just getting one, it's getting all of it. They're big givers. Let's just say that. And this website that you're going to use, you'll get from whoever invited you here. This website that you're going to use, it's so much better than being in the middle of Target and trying to figure out which deodorant is the best one, because I know Target has 50. And you feel like you need to be a chemist trying to look at the backs of them to figure out which one is right. They all say natural, they all say organic, something says it's safe. It's hard to know. Knowing everything on this website is clean and natural and doesn't have chemicals, that's what I needed. Easy peasy shopping. I also want to say the company is great. If you're already going and looking at this website going, okay, well, my daughter needs that, and my son needs that, and I need this, my neighbor needs that. If you're already thinking that, then to become a brand partner, like the girls, all of us on here who have talked are, it's free. I've never had a business be free. It is free to go from a customer and change to be a brand partner. It's free. It's also, you don't have to have an order in to start earning money. There's no quota. I think that's crazy. There's no quota. You can build this business however you want. You can use it like an affiliate link, or you can build it to replace income. The options are truly endless. And as a little incentive tonight, since it is my first time doing a Zoom party on a Zoom call, I am going to say the first 5 people by Saturday who place an order and go back in to become for free, a brand partner, they're going to get a gift from me. This is the cutest little container that you can put your oils in your purse. It is so cute. It's like a leathery fabric and it's felt lined. It is actually made by people from our foundation. This is a project that some of our foundation country do. I don't know how to say that right, but do. And you can put your oils in here and zip this up and put it in your purse. And I have peppermint and peace and calming and thieves, which is our great anti-germ oil. We're all going to need that when the kids come home from school. But this is something I will send you if you do that to the first 5 people. So thank you, girls, for being on. If you have questions, just reach out to the girl who invited you. And thanks so much for letting me walk through my notes and learn a little more about Young Living. Bye, everybody.